So the third step in finding and pursuing your passion is to clarify your goals. So all these steps are kind of going to come together, but they're not by any means do they need to be within this specific timeline. Sometimes you might jump around. Sometimes you might spend more on the dreaming stage and spend less time on the goals stage. So it's really up to you on how that part of your planning works. But goal setting is one of my favorite topics. It is so crucial to each stage of life we're in. In the next 5 years, what do you really want to accomplish? That is the question you can ask yourself when you're setting goals. Sometimes 5 years might be too long, and you can make it 1 year. I'm more of a 1 year goal kind of person. 5 years just feels a little too overwhelming for me. But perhaps you're ready to transition into a career of passion. Maybe you want to start a business, or maybe you're ready to retire, but you're not ready to sit around and do nothing and are looking for some creative retirement options. Whatever your goals are over the next 1 to 5 years will help you gain clarity on what your next steps in life that you want to take. If you're looking to slow down more, starting a business might not be the right next path for you. But if you're wanting to pursue your passions and pursue your dreams, then now is the time to start looking into making that happen. I was working with one of my career coaching clients, and she had retired from a 30-year career in a very successful job, but she was not ready to, kick up her feet and live full retirement. What she ended up doing was finding a volunteer opportunity where she actually went to Africa and she taught women how to start a business. And she did it was full volunteer, and she loved it so much, but it actually helped her, pursue her passion and follow her dreams without being in full retirement mode, because she wasn't quite ready for that. So there's lots of options out there. If you followed the first 2 steps that we already talked about, you probably have identified your dreams, possibly even the next steps to achieving your dream life. But the goal setting stage is getting more specific about those dreams and goals. For example, if you want to start a business, helping people navigate grief after loss, that's one of my clients, what she's doing. That's your dream and your business idea. So now you need to break that down into steps. So you need to define specific objectives and then make them as concrete as possible. So her goal could be, I want to launch my business by October 2023 and have 3 coaching clients per month. So I'm sure you guys have all heard of this, but make sure you set SMART goals. So SMART stands for specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. For an example of a goal that doesn't follow the SMART would be, I want to start a business in October 2023 and have 100 clients per month by November 2023. That's a pretty lofty goal. I mean, nothing is impossible, but it probably isn't very achievable. When we set goals that are unachievable, we become disheartened more quickly when we don't achieve them. Especially at the beginning when something is new, it's great to get some wins right away. It's also great to dream big. I'm a big dreamer for sure, but just extend out your timeline to make it more realistic. So another example of a goal that doesn't follow the SMART formula is, I want to start a business. That would be your goal. It's a great goal, but you need to get more specific. Or like a lot of my clients, you will spend years thinking about it and not actually taking action. I have worked with lots of people who have wanted to start a business for a long time, but because they didn't actually set a goal and have just thought about it for 10 plus years, they didn't actually do anything to make that goal a reality. So setting the more specific and measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound goals are crucial in order to achieve them. So I love goals. I set goals all the time. I go quarterly. I'm a quarterly goal kind of person. I think that it gives you a target and a purpose for every day. But one key thing when thinking about goals is to write them down. So in 1953, Harvard conducted a study on goal setting. So this study is controversial on whether it's true or not. If you look it up, but I love this study anyways, because I think it's super interesting. But the study found that people who wrote down their goals were more likely to achieve them than those who didn't. So they did a study on a Harvard graduating class. And in the class, 3% said they had clear written down goals. 13% had goals, but not written down. and 84% didn't have goals at all. Then they followed up with these students 10 years later. The 13% who had goals but didn't write them down earned on average twice as much as the 84% who didn't have goals at all. And the 3% who had written down goals outperformed everyone altogether by earning 10 times as much as the other 97% combined. So whatever your goals are, whether you consider them big or small, they don't have to be huge. They can be small. They can be any size that feels like fits right for your lifestyle. Write them down to give yourself a better chance of achieving them. And then I would add is to keep them somewhere where you can see them regularly. Sometimes we can write down our goals and then we can completely forget about them, right? We've all done that. We've written something down and then we forget about the note that's supposed to remind us of something. So when we put it somewhere that we can see regularly, like on your wall in your office, in your bedroom, when you get up in the morning, some people like to put them on their mirror in the bathroom so they can see them when they're getting ready. Wherever you feel like will be the best spot for you to put your goals, that's the place to put them so that you can see them every day and remind yourself that this is what you're striving towards.